What's up everybody? Thank you for the click. Now listen to this. Okay, just a quick heads up. This video is alcohol. It's a bit of a downer. These past 3 days have been very tough. Right now, I just want to talk to you guys. Give you guys a little update on what's been going on. So let me just vent to you poop stains and cuckoo brains. Okay, so I decided to move. Moving with aquariums and fish is not easy. Anyone who has done this can tell you this, especially when you have sensitive and expensive ass fish. Fish are not like cats and dogs. Fish, they need to be moved in a body of water. The water also needs to be clean and healthy while the fish are being moved. It also needs to be at the right temp, and you also need to be sure the fish do not fight and kill each other. So you might need multiple buckets and containers to separate the fish if needed. Another thing to consider is that fish can only be in a container for about 24 hours until the water starts going bad, because fish will poop in the containers while waiting for their new home to be set up. Fish poop builds up lots of ammonia. A week prior to moving day, I did call some movers who promised me they would be at my apartment at a certain time and date. I booked my apartment a week in advance. I also booked it late in the day so that they have time to finish their previous appointments before coming to me. When the day came, I started to drain all of my tanks about 2 hours before the scheduled time that they were going to show up. I drained my tanks all the way and took out all of the things in the aquarium. This kills all of the beneficial bacteria, but I had no choice. I made sure to add bio balls in the containers that I was going to keep the fish in. That way, the beneficial bacteria has a chance of surviving. That bacteria is needed to keep the fish alive and well. Without it, fish will die, which is why they tell you at the pet stores to never drain your tanks all the way when you're cleaning them. You should also never add fish to tap water or a tank that has just been set up. It needs to cycle first. You can learn all about cycling in this video here. Just click the card in the top right hand corner. It's the appointment time and all my fish are in buckets and containers. Well, the movers told me they were running behind and they needed another 2 hours because they were behind in moving for a previous appointment. When I had called this company, they asked me what was being moved, and then they gave me an estimate time of how long it would take to move everything. So I'm sure they did the same thing with the people before me. So they must have known how long it would have taken to move for the previous people before me. There is no way they miscalculated the moving time by the amount that they did on this day. I waited patiently 6 hours after my scheduled move and they still have not shown up, and it's late at night. I decided to call them one more time and they told me again they needed more time. This time I got frustrated and I told them to go f themselves. Sure, it wasn't nice, but my fish were stressing out and they were dying. I got really frustrated. It seemed like they didn't even want to move for me in the first place. So this meant that I had to quickly refill my tanks back up and hope there is enough bacteria in there to not kill my fish. I started to fill up the 75 gallon and then quickly put my fish in there after treating the water with the chlorinator. The substrate was still in there, but there was no water, so I had to hope for the best as far as the beneficial bacteria being in that substrate. I mainly put the bigger fish in there and kept the smaller ones in the buckets. I then had to wait another day to call a different moving company and hope my fish would be okay overnight. When I woke up the next morning, I found my sunfish and peacock bass dead. I lost my 2 favorite fish, and there is nothing that I can do to bring them back. This is my dead peacock bass. I bought him for $25 when he was just a tiny little fish 11 months ago. Next month would have been a year for this guy. I spent a year feeding him, taking care of him, giving him love and affection, and he was my favorite fish. He was such a beautiful fish. He did not deserve his death. He deserved many more years of life with me in the 125 gallon tank. Unfortunately, these movers have decided that these fish are not worth a damn. And I fully blame these movers, and I really want to put them on blast and tell you guys the name of these company, but it's not going to bring this fish back. And some of you guys might not agree with me doing that, even though I feel like I should. Maybe there could have been things that I could have done better in making sure that these fish survived. I mean, I felt like I did everything, but hopefully you guys can tell me what I could have done better. Maybe it's not the mover's fault. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I didn't do enough to, keep these fish alive. But leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Is it the mover's fault or is it my fault? Did I not plan and prepare enough? Or was it my fault that this fish died? Let me know. Here in the next few days, I will be coming out with some videos of what my tanks are looking like right now. Right now I'm still setting up my tanks, making sure that they cycle, and I'm just going through it right now with my fishies. So hopefully you guys can bear with me. Hopefully you guys will stick with me and still watch my videos. I'm really sad that my peacock died. I really am. I really love that fish, and I spent a lot of time growing that fish out. And just for him to die because these movers are pieces of shit, it really breaks my heart. That's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys watched it all the way through. Please just leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye.